My dearest, I saw a glimpse of you, standing there on the brink of all your dreams, your heartache and silent desperation, hoping that maybe this time the promise would materialize. You cradled that dream so tenderly, as if it were a piece of holy glass, for fear that if you examined it too carefully, it might break. You pictured what life would have been like if circumstances had been different. You pondered if it was too late, or whether you were too imperfect to see its blossoming. However, I want you to understand that I was present. I've been there all my life. I didn't look away while you were crying and feeling the weight of unfulfilled dreams on your chest. I leaned closer, I soaked up every tear, every secret prayer that was hidden behind your sighs was heard by me. You didn't make up the dream, never. Was it only wishful thinking? I was the one, it wasn't imagination that gave rise to that longing in your heart. Before you ever breathed your first breath, it was spoken into your spirit by my hand. You could have questioned its veracity. Maybe you thought it didn't matter anymore, and buried it under the debris of disappointment. However, I never forgot. I never forgot about it. Furthermore, I haven't altered my views. I safeguard what I plant, I bless what I give birth to. And remember that seeds don't die when they are planted, even if you haven't seen the results, yet watered by time and faith. They develop in solitude, concealed under the earth. The dream I gave you is still alive and growing. At just the perfect moment, it is getting ready to emerge. Type 111 if you trust in God's timing and plan for you. You're wrong, I kept quiet to keep distance, although it couldn't be farther from the reality. I'm working under the surface when I seem quiet, not because of withdrawn. I've been mending the pieces of your heart that you were unaware were damaged. Paths that might have put you in danger have been rerouted by me. I've been getting doors ready that you won't even be aware you'll have to pass through. Absence is not implied by silence. It conveys trust, it indicates readiness. It indicates that I've been working harder than you think to match your tail. I've always been on the go. I have just been moving in areas that are now invisible to you. You worrying if I've forgotten you. When you witness others soaring forward, accomplishing goals and enjoying victories, you feel like you're lagging behind them when you compare your pace to theirs. Your timeline is important, however, and I want you to hear me. It should not resemble anybody else's. Comparison robs you of your tranquility and distorts your judgment. You're not in the rear, it's not too late. For the sort of tale I am creating with your life, you are just where you should be, because they are intended to be timeless. Rather than ephemeral, certain tales call for slower ink. Since what I'm creating in you must last, I'm not in a rush. The strength of your roots matters more to me than how quickly you are rising. Loved one, I'm still writing your best chapter. Great things take time. When the trail took an unexpected turn, I could see how confused you were. I saw you doubting my promises when life seemed hopeless. But be aware that the wilderness was always a place of preparation rather than punishment, in order to create strength that would not crumble under strain. I dug deeper into your spirit with each delay, dry season and disappointment, because you'll need a stronger resolution for what I'm preparing you for. To disregard the voices that attempt to stop you, you'll need to be clear-headed. When everything attempts to shake you, you'll need a certain kind of fortitude to stay upright. And comfort doesn't shape that type of character. It is forged at secret locations. You haven't been idly roaming. God has been preparing you to walk with purpose, and I have been with you every step of the way. You have spoken to yourself in a way that is inconsistent with my truth. I'm too old, you said. I have committed too many errors. It's too late, too exhausted, and too broken. However, allow me to powerfully speak to your soul. I am the time redeemer. I don't follow the laws of this world. I can keep my promise without perfect conditions. I can write a wonderful future without a pristine past. If you are ready for miracles, type to 122 and share this video to spread the word of God. I equipped the call, not the equipped, and the call is still for you. My darling, your name is still inscribed on the dream. Delays don't kill purpose. It waits for your yes. I can move mountains with only a shuddering yes. I didn't ask you to be flawless. I beg that you have faith in me. I simply expected fidelity, never perfection. It touches my heart even if you're not sure. And your yes is spoken through tears. You don't need to be familiar with every step. All you need to do is join me for the next one. I'm providing you my strength. Instead of waiting for yours, I react to your surrender. I don't need your trust, and I will keep you stable, no matter how much your legs tremble under you. Understanding is not necessary for faith. Intimacy is necessary. You only need to walk with me. You don't have to figure everything out. I've only ever asked for that. There is more to your tale. It was not ruined by the agony. It was not canceled by the delay. It was not erased by the sadness. Some of the most impactful chapters follow, the ones that almost shattered you. Because I write in layers, I make use of the ashes. I make the years right. I bring back what was gone. And from locations you believed to be too far gone, I bring honor. My divine design still includes you. You're still eligible. We don't forget you. It's not too late for a move of my spirit that you cannot possibly fathom. You are exactly at the appropriate moment. There's more recovery, more clarity, more happiness, more satisfaction, additional me. Your dream is about leaving a legacy, not simply about achievement. Touching people in ways that only you can is the goal, through the fulfillment of the mission I gave you. It is about exalting me. The open doors will be handled by me. I'll provide what you can't. I'll straighten the crooked roads. All you have to do is continue to come up, with your feet ready and your heart open. I've always been by your side. Not once you were waiting with me in the quiet. I was at your side when you couldn't bear yourself. I took your place. I was all around you. Even when you couldn't feel me, I was speaking calm into your storm. Even when you couldn't hear me, you were never alone yourself. And you won't be the good shepherd as me. I don't leave my sheep behind. You are being walked into your promise by me, not just so you may fulfill the goal, but also so you can confidently and powerfully convey my presence. Thus I'm inviting you once again to give more deeply, not to work harder to rest in me, not to solve everything. Type Amen if you are ready to receive God's blessings today. Allow me to serve as your advisor. Allow me to be your solace. What you can't carry, let me hold. Repeat yes, even today, despite the uncertainties. Even if it's silent, because heaven moves when you say yes. Resurrection power is activated by your yes. You welcome miracles with your yes. Rest in peace, my dear. The dream is still alive. It is waiting in the palm of my hand, alive and bright. And when it blossoms, it will serve as a testament to both my faithfulness and your tenacity. Observe my actions. See how I fix it. See how I go above and beyond your expectations. As I'm not done yet, you're not either. If this was for you, right, I still believe in the comments. Tell someone you think should hear this. We don't forget you, the dream is real. Why would you give me a dream and then take it away? You wanted to tease you. However, I never delivered it to you. It was never a nasty prank that I put in your heart. I give it to you since it's a part of who I am. My heart was the source of that dream, and what comes from me can only be postponed till the appropriate moment. It cannot be deleted. You believed it was lost, buried behind the debris of delay, betrayal, or rejection. However, I was holding it for you, not concealing it from you. I was aware that you would encounter difficulties, and I didn't want the dream to end until you were strong enough to bear it. You were getting strengthened for it, not losing it. Preparation was what you believed to be punishment. I was really safeguarding what you thought I was withholding. I molded you behind closed doors so no one could cheer you on or misinterpret you. When it seemed like I was slicing away, I carved out capacity in your soul. I was creating space for more, not tearing you down, and now the moment is approaching. You're prepared, not empty. You're appointed, not disqualified. You are selected, not forgotten. I will utilize the wounds, even the ones that still hurt. I will transform every tear into oil, and every scar into testimony. You have developed in ways you aren't even aware of yet. However, I see. I am aware, and I have been there for you, through all of your silent pains. I now make the seemingly simple but holy request that you remain with me. Continue to walk, even if you are unable to see the way ahead. Never lose hope to start again. You don't have to see the conclusion. I just want you to deliver me your yes. I'll respect even your silent, uncertain, shaky yes, because my current actions will differ from my previous ones. This is not a repurposed chance. This is not a diminished version of your former self. This is fresh delight, new ground, new doors, and new wine. However, it will happen by walking closely with me rather than by trying. The burden of making it happen is not yours. You were never given that task. It is your responsibility to be obedient, to have faith, to take a breath, to have faith. Type 333 if you were ready to welcome God's miracles into your life. Indeed, you made an effort to ignore some aspects of your heart. You buried dreams that you believed would be too painful to resurrect. You got go of visions because hope began to hurt too much, not because they weren't from me. I get it, my child. Walk boldly in faith and love. With your super thanksgiving, let the truth of my word reach those who long for the light. Join me in this divine mission to heal and uplift. Click on the super thanksgiving button and be enveloped in my grace. Now, and listen to this message further. However, I never felt upset with you for letting go. I shared your grief. When you had run out of things to pray, I sat with you in the quiet. It's time, I'm saying now. It's time to dream again. But this time is the person you've become, rather than the one you were. Smarter, more powerful, softer, steadier. There are tales behind your scars. Your submission is significant, and my breath is still carried by your soul. Allow me to reawaken what you believed to be dead. Allow me to breathe on the embers till they rekindle their flames. Allow me to bring back what you believe to be over. You have not overlooked it. You haven't made a mistake. Time is still on your side. Your story does not stop here. Your reawakening is this: I'm going to ask you again. not under duress, but with a promise. Will you trust me this time? Will you take my hand once again as a partner, walking with purpose, rather than as a kid trying to get away? Accomplish you think I can accomplish what you can't. Will you ever remember who you are in me and who I am? This is the moment you were created for. Your purpose in life was to rise again. You weren't created only to live. You were supposed to shine. Thus inhale. Raise your gaze, rekindle hope. Because I haven't finished. You're not either, right? I believe again. In the comments if this made you feel better. Tell someone who believed their dream was over. About this, it's not over yet. This is the start of something fresh.